Hi, everybody. My name is Lasha Royanko, and hello, Trevor. You have reached high voltage. I think I broke a rib today, so bear with me. Okay, for this morning, I was live for about 10 minutes because I was on my way to my friends to go swimming. That's beside the point. The channel is called High Voltage. My name is Lasha Royanko. I am your host. Very quickly, if you want to know why I started the channel, you have to first then go to change.org, search for Lasha, last name Rojenko, and read. And for all of the viewers, 850, actually there's 856 of us now. And it's such a nice place in the world here, and I'm so lucky. So the topics today, I would like to show you the painting I did, and I'm just learning how to paint. So I also want to introduce Trevor. He's the moderator, and it's Trevor's Life and Legos. And he says, hello, I was laughing at the floor when yesterday I was reading Us Weekly magazine, and they put inappropriate ad in the magazine. Did you upload another short? My phone is charging. So as soon as I get through the painting and the poem that I wrote, we will get to your channel. Also, Trevor helps people with videos if you need help, on top of the fact that he does amazing Lego. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's a really good idea. So what I'm doing tonight when we're done, Trevor, is I'm going to learn your moves, and I'm going to clip, I think I can clip the whole thing, learn the moves, and do them the way you do them. Second thing, I sent Trevor a bunch of pictures today, and he's going to make a video for another participator, subscriber, and that's how the community seems to work, and it's fantastic. So this is the painting called Snakes and Ladders. So I have completed one painting every day as I'm learning. And Melody Moon, thank you. And I can't shout right now, but Sarah, where are you? It's 7 a.m. where you are. Oh, I can't find her. Anyways, there's the painting. And I know they're not good. I know that. And these are the other ones that I did. I was trying to make trees. This is called Green AI Machine, meaning it looks like puke and barf. And I don't like AI as far as technology. And this is Snakes and Ladders, after my favorite artist, Joni Mitchell. And that's my great uncle Jerry, and he was in the war, came back with PTSD and never, ever recovered. So before we get to your video, Trevor, yes, Trevor is 100% weird. So this is what I wrote note by note prior to coming on to this channel. I promised that I was going to do this, and I'm going to do it. So this is what I was thinking of. Don't ask me what it's like to live in my head. It's really an uncomfortable place to be at times. It really is. Snakes and Ladders, a song by Joni Mitchell. Since the age of 8, I memorized her rhymes, lyrics up to and including the present date. You cannot get ahead surrounded by wolves. Even a wolf needs help. So, what the hell? No more customer service. There's no more company ethical business practices. And the list goes on and on and on. And I am going to write a political identity politics song in metaphors you'll find interesting because I'm actually going to be climbing to history. I will not let anybody bring me down. Snakes might be able to climb ladders. However, to survive, that's what matters. And I'm not going to beat them and join them. I will be myself until the bitter end because we all matter. So this poem, I wrote this about 5 minutes before I came live because I want things to be real and forthcoming. So this poem goes with the painting Snakes and Ladders because Melody Moon, another fantastic participant on the channel, and Eric and Care Give Out, and there's so many people that are leaving comments lately, and it's lovely to see. Are you leaving, Trevor? Okay, bye. Bye. I'll see you later. So I talked about this morning, but I'm letting you know what to expect this week, but I'm going to do something because I already did a what to expect video. So I need to compartmentalize or I get off track. So at any rate, so as you know, I'm trying to quit smoking and marijuana for my singing voice because I love to sing. So I bought a vape. No, I wiped out on my scooter today. There was a truck behind me. And you know what's funny? How do you know if your rib is broken? Like if I can go, it only hurts right up here, but I've had that before. And it's like I don't know. I'm so lucky. Oh my gosh. And it reminded me of what happened to Trump. I don't mean, that was a really bad analogy, but like when you're in a car accident or a scooter accident, you just think, oh my God. And do you know what saved my life? My red leather pants, my suede boots, the jacket, and the helmet. So important for e-scooter safety. So I am starting to read on July the 22nd. The Kennedys and the women they destroyed. And it's factual, it's based on history, it's like a Tom Bauer revenge book, except it's about the Kennedys. And I also promised to read Annalise Michael. So the last we spoke, she went through an exorcism, and now we're on the final months. So the exorcism of Annalise Michael, the final month starting at exactly 10 minutes. On Ash Wednesday, March the 3rd, Annalise went to Wisburg with the intention of returning home on the weekend. But that proved impossible. While trying to board the train, she became stiff and had to go back to the Fernandium. That afternoon, Elizabeth found herself crouching on the floor in a cramped position, dressed only in a shirt and panties, at a loss as to how to help her. Elizabeth rushed to Micheal Steinberg's room for help. When they got back to Annalise and asked her what was the matter, what was the matter? Sorry. Asked her what was the matter, she said that they should leave her alone, that it was nothing bad and something to do with menstrual cramps. They lifted her up, putting her into bed and covered her. Then they went and called for her parents to ask if they should get a physician to examine Annalise. They were told, the Michaels themselves, the entirety of the family, that the girls waited around, but there was no physicians that came by or called again. They got the same answer. So eventually they gave up, since Annalise seemed more herself by them. Oh, sorry. They gave up since Annalise seemed to be more herself by then. When some hours later Annalise tried to call her parents, she was not allowed, in quotes, to pick up the phone. Peter, who had come to take Roswitha along, they also invited Father Renz so he could pray the exorcism over her. I found Annalise in her bed, in her room. He declared to the state attorney, quote, seemingly unconscious, she did not react at all to the exorcisms. Her only response was a weak smile, and she did not open her eyes. On the tape, he says, March 7th, today he had nothing at all to say. When they're saying he, they're talking about the demon that they're trying to cast out of her. Okay? And I'm rearranging the Exorcism of Annalise Michael playlist because all the readings are there in order of the book. I go off a little bit, but that's why I'm getting better at it. And I don't want to interject. Comment on High Voltage in reference to what you think. Okay, so at any rate, Roz, this friend, stayed on in Winsenberg to care for Annalise, helped by Elizabeth Klangens and something Scheinberg, and Anna would come by to looking on her when she stayed in bed, and calling Father Alt was requested for the exorcism prayers. He always complied. At home in Shipak, Annalise said that she could perceive it and it made her feel better. It was about this time that she told Roz that she overheard the demons quarreling among themselves. Then the heinous faces, the Francais, they had faded and disappeared. She also mentioned to Father Alt, who came to see her, as he had done before in February. So soon after, however, she was up and moving again. How is that explainable? Peter, namely, that although her feet had healed up, she had a continuous ache where the stigmata had been. She had also perceived the stigmata on her hands as a pain in the middle of her palms, sometimes stronger than recording again. She ate a lot, to Peter's surprise, often double portions. How come? He asked her. She looked a little guilty. I know this was Leighton's season, and I should be eating less, not more, but I have the feeling that I need to, although I don't know why. Then she added, smiling a little, but I do renounce some fools that I really like to make up for it. I'm going to stop there. In the comments, what did you take from those pages? I totally forgot that she did experience stigmata, where there's blood through your hands and through your feet, and that happened to her. How do you explain that? She was known to injure herself, was the argument in court. So go to the Exorcism of Annalise Micheal playlist, and I'm going to go there are actually 4 Exorcism of Annalise Micheal readings. I am changing the whole thing to the reading, and they're actually good. They were getting, when I would read that book, I would get 300 views, which is a lot of views to me. So this is going to continue every day. When JFK and the women whom they destroyed comes in, I'm reading it every frickin' day. Yeah, every day. It's going to be a page turner, but I am going to interject a lot with my thoughts, because we have to unlearn what we have learned about the Kennedys. We were brainwashed by the media. We were lied to. They had everything to do with Marilyn Monroe's passing, in my opinion. It's also documented that Bobby Kennedy was in LA the day that she passed, and there's a recording because her phones were bugged, and Bobby Kennedy said to Marilyn, I need to know where the blanket thing is. I need to know now. And then there was a thump. The good old Kennedys are not cursed. I think sometimes being bored can result in recklessness, which is what happened with JFK Jr. And because his anniversary is coming up, I want those spells to be demythed, just like the monarchy. Unbelievable. I'm going to end the live. Thank you for those who watched. If you liked any part of this video, please don't forget to leave a comment. We have fun with comments around here. I promise you. On Lasha Rayanko, there's 77 people on this channel, and for some reason, I can't get onto high voltage. And there are 294 on L&L Soul Sisters, 489 here, and this is a charity. So when I get those Google checks, you're going to see what I'm doing with them. And I will not have donations. This is going to be built by my content, by my character, by my cause, and helping people along the way. And don't forget, that's a wrap. Welcoming, respecting aspects of all people in society. Okay? Ted Kennedy kills a woman, but he's in the Senate for 40 or 30 years afterwards, and now Robert Kennedy Jr. is running. Do you know what he did to his wife, Mary? Stay tuned. And I think there are forces at play right now, good and evil. And that's why where Annalise lived, it was so close to where the Holocaust was. And I do not believe when you die. Oh, it's the end of the story. I bought it. What y'all think? Wait, I'll stand up. You like it? It was only $12 at Giant Tiger. Yeah, I wiped off my bike today. And you know what I said to myself about 2 minutes before the ghost story. The ghost story. Okay. My great-great-grandmother, her name was Nestor Alice Brown. And my great-grandmother didn't really care. Well, she loved my grandmother, but she didn't like her. Just like my grandmother loved my mother, but didn't particularly like her, just like my mother loves me, but she doesn't particularly like me. And it's a pattern that's been going on and on and on and on. When I was 24 years old, I was working at Legal Aid in Hamilton. I used to get, okay, that's beside the point. Where we used to live was 375 Park Road in Grimsby. And my mother and I had a horrible fight that night because I was working 2 jobs from 21 to 28. And then I worked from 28 to 38 at Jenny Craig. 50, try 60, 70 hours a week. And then I burnt out. And then a lot of situations happened in life. I had a nervous breakdown. And I will be talking about that. However, back to the ghost story, my mother and I had a huge fight. And it was really dark. Okay. You know when you're asleep and it's dark? So it's dark like this, right? So I'm sleeping in my bed and this woman started coming up to me. This woman started coming up to me, and it almost looks like this video. It was like a clear view. And I was sleeping downstairs. My mother was upstairs. The air was so still, and we were fighting because I was so tired of working, 60 hours a week from 21 to 28, and like having that kind of responsibility, owning a home. And I just didn't feel that anybody appreciated what I did. And I really thought I was Mother Teresa. But at any rate, so that picture of my great-grandmother, so I'm lying in bed and I look up and I see this woman standing there, and her feet were like this, like kind of out, and her hands were like this, and she was a little hunched over, and she had a bun right like this. And I thought, Lasha, you're just sleeping, go back to sleep. And then I closed my eyes, but my heart's beating. I opened my eyes again, and she's very gingerly and very slowly walking toward me. And she gets about this close, And I close my eyes and my heart is racing. And I look up and I think, no, it's not real. Close your eyes. And then she went over to look at me. And that's when I lost my mind. And I ran upstairs and I said, my mother's, you know what my mother actually said? This is the truth. I wish my mom was here right now to tell you. You know what I really think? No, if I broke a rib, I wouldn't be able to do this, right? There's no way. It's just right here. Oh my gosh. Scooters are a death trap. But anyway, so Granny, I didn't know who it was. And I ran upstairs and I was like, that type of crying. And my mom said, what is wrong? You look like you just saw a ghost. And that, I just started to like cry and laugh at the same time. And I went to my knees and I said, I did, Mom. I said she had olive skin, eyes like mine, a really big nose. She had a very tight bun, okay, and no bangs, no bangs. And my mother and I started going through pictures, and she showed me a picture, and it was my great great grandmother. And somebody, a psychic, once told me that I had a guardian angel. And I thought, why did she come back to me? And my mom said she doesn't want us to fight. You know, I slept in bed with my mom that day. I was so scared. I went to work at Legal Aid. And do you remember those old heaters that you had to plug in to make them go? They say that after you see an apparition or an entity, that the energy can follow you for a while. The gosh darn light went on and it wasn't plugged in. I am not schizophrenic. And if I was, fine. But that's only happened to me twice in my life, so it's not schizophrenia. And I talked about the gargoyle that I saw. And that's why my mother thinks I'm psychic, because I'm spot on about things. So I'm glad that X, you enjoyed your read today. I think I did and completed all content that I wanted to and that people have asked for. I'm going to try, I put up a song that's written by Shania Twain, and it's just black. There's no picture on it, and I'm singing with her, and I'm going to use that music and do a dance, but I can't do it tonight because I'm dying in pain and I'm going to go to bed. Oh, this just sucks. I can't believe it. I can't. It's like right here. Yeah, my ribs hit the concrete and the bike was on top of me and I couldn't get out. And so a guy stopped and lifted the bike off me and I turned around and I thought, oh my God. I'm like, uh-oh. And I thought I broke my rib and I just laid there for a minute. I was just lying there, just lying on the pavement there, just lying there. And then I thought, no, I'm good to go. And then I just kept going to Larry's and I had a great swim. And now I need to take a shower and go to bed. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night. Good night, Melody Moon. Good night, Sarah. Oh, wait, here's my list. Oh, this is why I thought that I could ease into YouTube like a piece of cake, because I used to be a regional at Jenny Craig. I'll give you an example. Innovation. So these were the salespeople, and I never called them employees. They were team members, and no job was higher than the other. So that was part of their mission statement. I had to write out a program director meeting. Oh, this is so great. This is great. Now, where's the poem though? Quality. Hang with me here. It's coming. Okay. So what I did is I took all of the mission statement of Jenny Craig, which is leadership, quality, innovation, teamwork, integrity, and fun. So what I did is I looked at what needed to be in the portfolio, which was, you open this, the regional director's role. So I put that under leadership. An example of the best and most challenging quarter. So I put quality as in quality of training, innovation, PD meeting impact and promotions. That's where I put out a voicemail to all program directors who wanted to do a skit about sales, and Asa and Joanna did an amazing job. Integrity, documented examples. So I used a lot of cards that people gave me and positive feedback from the training. And then I put fun, JCCs at their best. And we had like a contest about skits. And I also even wrote a book called For Eating. This is what Joanna and Asa wrote. It was a really cute play. I still have it. There's any ex-Jenny Craigers watching this. And then I wrote this thing at the back, what to do when. Did anybody see that? What to do when. Strategies and recipes for a healthier lifestyle. It took me 2 days to do this. And when I went, and you know who gave me a lot of recipes was Joanna and Asa, two consultants. And I was their quote unquote boss. I can't believe it took me 36 hours to do this. And this boss I had wouldn't give me a compliment to save her life, eh? So anyways, in section 2, it's leadership. Wait, sorry, section 1, Lasha Kambon. So it's my resume and certified achievement that I graduated from school. Then leadership. Okay, and what did we have to produce under that? Leadership. The regional's role. So basically the function of a leader. And then I put gold paper over it and I wrote a poem. And it says, inspiration creates a song. You hum a melody and then it's not long. The lyrics eloquently begin to flow. And then before you even know, the chorus is mysteriously intriguing. You are part of something you truly believing. You feel ready to test your new wings. There you are, ready to sing. I wrote that in 2002. So then the next part of it was also, just like the song, our region needs inspiration for continued growth. So I used music as an example, and then I put my goals down. I don't want to bore you with that. And then the other thing a regional had to do was travel a lot, I thought. So I thought, why not? I went and I bought a map when there used to be maps. I took it to Kinko's. I got it photocopied. And then I typed out this poem. I think that was very innovative. I never give myself a pat on the back. In the Vancouver, Edmonton region, you're a traveling woman With one foot on the ground and one foot in the plane, your day-to-day work is never the same. You have to be flexible, focused, and ready to multitask because as a regional, you are there to answer almost everything you're asked. Be prepared to make the sacrifice. Sometimes it's work before play. You have to travel to 4 out of 5 town locations, sometimes 3 to 9 straight days. During the hustle and bustle, there is a region to be run. Ensure that the team is on track with quota and implement some fun. I know this because I have been a traveling woman myself. It is something that I love to do. I wouldn't give it up for anything else. And my husband helped make me certificates for employees. And then under quality, I did the PD meeting. That was so much fun. Brought all the numbers. Teamwork. So every week what I had to do was type out, and back then it was on Microsoft, and it says center standings percentage to quota for April of 2002. Langley up 115%. And it goes on and on and on and on. So you would look at the numbers, and if somebody was up or down, that's where you would have to go train. You would have to look at the consultant, start with the sales. Are the salespeople selling? And then you have to hand them a bunch of bullshit to overcome objections for food. This job went against my morals. But I wish I had never applied for regional. I'd probably still be with my husband, and I would probably have been a trainer until 2023 when they shut down. Anyway, so then I put the cards, as I put pink paper over top. And this is from Satwinder. Dear Lasha, thank you for making the training sessions interesting, informational, exciting, and above all, fun. I know that all my future success in life with Jenny is due to you, and I would like to thank you for that. Yours truly, Satwinder. You know, Satwinder and I became very good friends when I left Jenny Craig. Oh my gosh, I remember Gina and Liz and Kaylee. Wow. Liz, Lasha, I miss you already. Can't wait to see in March. Thank you for your patience and guidance throughout the training. We'll be thinking, what would Lasha say when closing that first platinum? Thank you. You know, if you have a bad day, look in your past. Maybe you'll find something that'll make you laugh. So, yeah. All right. That's a wrap. And thank you so much. For those of you that didn't get to watch it, I will download it on high voltage. I really hurt myself. I better go. You know what? Those leather pants saved my life. Look at my knee. Look at the coloring. It's bruised, but they were protected. Jesus, Murphy. I was so lucky. Woo! All right. Thank you, everybody. I don't know why, Trevor, why do you keep flying in and out? I don't understand it. Trevor's the moderator. Do you think I should go get this checked just in case? Or can they even do anything for ribs? Well, whatever. Okay, I better go. Good night, everybody. And the sun will come